fully unknown for this thing. I'm truly unknown. So it's a privilege to have one of the best singers in the church.
Best singer.
Yes. So can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Oluwatoyosi Emmanuel. Samuel Emmanuel Oluwatoyosi anyway.
Okay.
But I'm known usually as Oluwatoyosi Emmanuel or by the alias of IOG. That's my stage name. And I'm a young man, an entrepreneur, a music instructor, music director, a songwriter. I do music more than any other thing. And currently I also work in church here. I serve in Government Pentecost Arena as I'm a music director in church, working with the church choir, serving God in the church, and I also do fashion designing. I manage with my friend a fashion store where we make beautiful dresses for people. I'm a creative too. I do a bit of content writing. I write a lot,
Mm.
and once in a while I venture into selling foodstuffs when I feel like bringing up my business side. But I'm hoping that I'll settle down one day fully with that when I
Okay.
have the time and the chance for that.
Thank you, sir. So can you share a little about yourself, about your journey from being a student, serving as a S-Corp member, and the key lesson that shaped you?
Okay, my journey from being a student. You mean the higher institution, right?
Yes.
Alright. I would say that I had a bit of delay before I gained admission into the university. 4 years, technically around 4 to 5 years before I gained admission into the university after secondary school. So I would say that when I got into school, got into the higher institution, that was in 2019. It was a nice experience for me at first. At some point, it became very challenging. You know how it can be to come from an average family, a very demanding academic institution, and then I had to run it through. But with God's grace, it was not that bad, and I learned a lot, a few things. And then I also fellowship in the government students fellowship where I served as a worker at some point. I was the media director at some other point, the music director, the media director at the same time, and at some other time the Bible study coordinator, Bible study um, coordinator, and also the media director at the same time too. So it taught me a lot of responsibility, and then transitioning from the higher institution even after graduating as one of the top students in my department and one of the top students in my set then in school. I took a bit of time before we finally got our results from school, proceeded into serving as a core member. NYC was an insightful journey for me, and fortunately for me, I served in Boesti, University of Education Science and Technology, Ikere-Ekiti. And let me mention that I am a graduate of political science education from the prestigious University of
Wow.
Nigeria, Nsukka. And so I served in the same department. I studied political science. I had to also serve in that department as
Department.
well. And yeah, I learned a lot from working with. I worked directly with the HOD of the department, so
Wow.
I learned a lot. I'm not going to lie about that. That's not something I should shy away from.
Yeah.
Having to work with the head of the department.
Mm.
People almost thought I was his personal assistant and I was just a core member. And I would not call it just a core member because one of the things I've learned in my life is to put your best into whatever you do. So I just saw it as another chance to put my best into what I was doing as at that time. So I was working side by side with the HOD, take me along to places to when he has meetings with other persons. I was privy to some personal details with him, and yeah, he groomed me. I learned a lot. Talking about learning about greatness, I think I learned a whole lot of things from working with the head of the department and on the spiritual side.
Yes.
So I became a copper in August. That was late August, August 28th. I was in camp from August 28th, 29th. And then I think we came back around 17th, 18th, 19th of September, if I can remember vividly now. Should be 19, something around 19, I think. And so, shortly after in October, I became president of the Corpus Fellowship.
Yes. How far
That
from
was
fellowship?
less than, that was just in a month after I came,
Yes.
joined the fellowship. It was, it was not an easy task. It was not an easy task. I'm not going to lie to you. I spent 9 months as the president of the fellowship out of the 11 or
11
10 months
months
I have to spend
as a corp member.
as a copper. I spent 9 months as the president of the copper fellowship, a spiritual duty, responsibility where you have to manage people who are your peers. It's very easy at times to lead those who are beneath you than to lead those who are at your level, but it was not easy.
Thank you, sir.
It was just by God's grace, and
Yeah. Because I was curious that which particular course did you study in school that you became so good, so fervent. So I didn't know that it was even a political science course.
Alright, so I will attribute a bit of my spiritual tendency to my upbringing. I was born in God family, bred in God family, and so at a very early age, our parents, while I may not have adapted very well with their principle and the conduct of the conservative government style that we know of, but I was properly grounded in Christianity, following Christ, not just a religion thing where my parents really did their best to ensure that I and my siblings, several of the other one of us, had good Christian upbringing. So it had impacts in my life, and then as I grew, and then at some point I had already known I was going to do ministry in my life. So I just had to take it serious. Like I always say, I say to myself every time, whatever you're going to do at all, if this is what I'm going to do, Lord, I do it very well.
Very well.
Since I knew I was going to be venturing into ministry, and so when I got the call in 2020, start of my journey musically, and also start up a ministry that will raise young creatives, young music ministers, young people, the teenagers, the youth, like myself, to become territorial giants. I knew it would. Of course, I had been preparing. I didn't even know that that's what the description of the ministry would look like, but I knew it would take more. To take me more than just being a nominal Christian to do that. So I had to, like Paul said, I had to labor. So
Thank you, sir.
I had to labor.
So what inspired you to become deeply involved in ministry at this young age? And how
Inspired
do you
me.
stay consistent with your work with God?
I know since I was 8, I was going to do music. And so at some point after my secondary school, I knew I was going to go into the music ministry. So I think that was it for me. That was my purpose. That was destiny calling. So purpose is everything. I'm one of those persons. I'm one of the persons you find around here who have this strong penchant on destiny fulfillment and working in alignment with purpose. I don't believe anybody should do anything outside their purpose. Or maybe you want to do it for fun or probably ambition, but purpose has to come first. So that was it for me. I wanted to follow my purpose, the call for destiny, what I should do, an achievement of mine. So that was it for me. And then the basics. You have to study your Bible, develop yourself in a place of prayer, develop a close walk with the Holy Spirit, so that you can, you will not take dress. You have to take your dressing from the one who has called you.
Yes.
So I think those basics, and then I will not say that these things were by power. Like Paul will always say to grace, God's grace, God's grace, God's grace. But then I labored. I
To get
will
to this
always say
stage.
grace, yes, grace, but I labored. Investing in myself, my music intentionally, my journey with God. So I didn't take it with levity, and His grace will come in, but I had to work. So you have to work out salvation, so I had to work it out. So the little I could do too, with the grace of God, the blessings of God breathing over what I do is why what people see today is what people see today. I'm still, it's just a little that we've done. The assignment has not, we've not even begun and we've not even done anything. This is just a training ground. But like I always say to young people, I'm still going to say saying now that you have to put in the necessary work. So no matter how little, so every day counts. And then there's a reminder in my mind, TikTok, that it keeps sticking in my mind like a clock that what you are doing right now is not just about you alone. Others, there are other lives at stake. A generation is depending on the behavior you have right now, the discipline you have right now. There is a family you are going to raise tomorrow that depends on it, a congregation that depends on it.
Thank you, sir.
That's it.
How do you stay consistent with your work with God while facing youth pressure and challenges?
It's still like I always say, it's discipline. Discipline, focus. All of these things come together to still be into discipline. When you wake up one day and realize that this is what your destiny demands for, this is what purpose demands for, you have to stay. You have to. Of course, you might be distracted at times, maybe tossed a little here, tossed a little there, but you have to stay. The focus and the discipline. This is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. So you don't. You major on the major. Every other minor thing can come minor if there is a time for it, but you major.
On the major. Thank you, sir. So, music is a big part of your life, obviously. How has that shaped your spiritual journey, and can you share a moment when it became more than just singing?
In 2012, 2012 became more than just singing in that very year. And if you're asking me to share my journey with you musically, I might not be able to share some things right now because it's not the appointed time yet. But then, at some point, I followed some music ministers as I grew, and then we had some of them popular. Then Frank Edwards, the one with Tope Alabi, the Shola Listens, and funny as it may, Omabola.
Wow.
So these persons, I would listen to them and wonder how do they do this thing that they do. It's not just about the music. So as I progressed, one time in 2017, I was in my room watching a video of Mama Tope Alabi, and there was this glory that enveloped the room. And I just thought about it that very day. I mean, how do they do these things? So that was the day I decided, okay, so I was going to focus on what they do, how they do it. So I had to start making findings, start looking into their lives, and then I intentionally separated myself from any kind of music that will not put me on the path of my destiny. So I'm not planning to become a hip hop artist. So while listening to hip hop songs, so they had to
It's
be.
gone.
So I had to focus on what, and then I met my mentor around that year. So Apostle Happiness, he does not really do music like that anymore now. That has called him to more greater responsibilities. He run the Flight Cave House in Akumba Akoko. The university is a group of young people where that groom themselves in the cave. We call it in the cave, and we still grow, develop. So it's a shepherd over us, and it's not just in Akumba, other places, but they are all connected to that fountain. Started from Owo before he even got into Akumba, so that was when I started following him. And he pointed me to several other persons at some point. So before then, so I also started listening to Apostle Joshua Selman. That man is a great influence in my spiritual journey. Very great. I don't think I have missed any of his sermons to date.
Wow.
I mean, currently I am still listening to his sermon, the one preached at the ownership conference in South Africa. just about a few days ago. So that's that for me. And then as I began to grow, started distilling which music is for me, which one is not for me. And I started settling in for some ministers, but majorly today I do mostly do listen to Minister Dunsoyekon. All of his songs, ministrations, the monthly upper room meeting, either in Lagos or in Abuja, outside the country, in Ilorin, and listen. So these things,
Shaping your journey.
I'm telling you, it's all about finding where you belong and putting everything that forms where you belong into place. Distill, separate the ones that, even if they are good, they might not just be what you need. The ones you need, separate the ones you don't need. Focus on the ones you need. Those who need those ones, let them be focused on.
Thank you, sir. And how can young people use their talents like singing for God's glory and just entertainment? Because many youth are using their
Okay,
talents.
so I want to appreciate our pastor in this place,
Yes, sir.
Pastor Beloved Akin Bola. You see, maybe one of the issues that young people have in the Christian setting is the platform. Our pastor here has given a lot of us the platform to express ourselves. Recently a dance group started in church. I mean dance. I tried in my spirit to find exactly where does dance fitting into the ministry. But then somehow I keep remembering that this is a talent.
Yes.
This thing is not something everybody can do.
It's
So
not even common in this
if we don't give room for young people who feel that this is what they want to do, to express themselves in the house within the confines of the faith that we believe in, and grooming them properly. God needs a man, the devil also needs a man.
Yes.
Before he will take a hold on them. So for me, I think I'll tell young people to know that everything you have right now comes from somewhere. There is a source, and God is that source. He's giving you an ability.
Wow.
And in the book of Isaiah, the Bible says, "These people have I formed for myself, they shall show forth my praise." Now, so if God has formed you for himself and he has given you an ability, it is to give credence to him. So if you are using it in a way that does not give credence to him, does not bless humanity, give credence to him, then that's definitely not it. So you can't be all about material things, about fame, forgetting the core essence for which you're giving what you are giving. To give glory to God, point people to God. That's what it means to give glory to God. To point people to God, to point people to Jesus, to point people to the cross, to show them Christ in the real light of who he is. You're not doing that with your giftings. I think you really need to sink it again. It's not going to be about the money, it's going to be about fulfillment. And the last thing, you'll have to give account for every single thing that God gives, every ability. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, sir. So, as a church leader, what principle guide you in leading others, especially when leadership gets tough or rough?
There are a lot of principles, and one of which is, as a leader, I say to my people, I say this to the musicians and the choir members every time. And I know I am this very strict person. People say it every time, but I say it to my people. You most likely will not know that there is the playful part of me. If you meet me when I deal with my people, when I'm at work, you most likely will not know that there is this other side to this person. And that's because for me, I believe that as a leader, you have to lead yourself first. You can't be distracted. You have to be strong. You want to raise a strong community, you have to be strong. It takes a man to raise another man. So you have to be strong. It takes a strong man to raise another strong man. First for me. Second for me is that as a leader, you can't assume the mood or a position or a situation that you feel like you should assume.
Hmm.
You assume the one that is necessary for the situation.
For that particular position.
I'm telling you. So you might be going through a lot on the inside. If what the team needs at that moment is that you're happy and encouraged, you have to be happy and
And
encouraged. The
encouraged.
Bible records that, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. If he remained down at that point, trust me, those guys will stone him.
Hmm.
After coming from winning a battle, and then your family and the family members of those who work with you, they've been taken away and everything you had. And after crying for a while, the man had to encourage himself.
You have to
So
be strong.
I just believe that as a leader, these are things you have to put in place. And the utmost one is you have to rely on God. You are not anything without God.
Yes.
Nobody is anything anyway. It says,
Yes.
even the Bible, in scriptures, it records that for by me you can do, without me you can do nothing. Nothing. The Bible records that by my God, it says by him I run through a troop, and by my God I leap over walls. We need God in terrific times, hard times. People will say things about you. You'll be shaking on all sides. Your superiors might not be having what you think. They might not even be. They might not be encouraged. You'll be doing your best, and those who are underneath you might not even be seeing it that you are getting a lot of bashings. And then when you're trying to make them get better, they may take it the other way. You will need God at that time. You will need God.
Thank you, sir.
And then I also believe finally that you must raise people. You need to raise men. You're not nobody is a star boy anyway. Nobody is a celebrity. This lifestyle of celebrity, the arrival mentality that young believers have today have to die. Nobody is a celebrity. You have to raise men. It should be somebody, 1, 2, 3 persons who can do what you are doing now when you're not there. You have to raise men.
That's even part of responsibility.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, sir. So, what advice do you give to young people like me who want to step into leadership but feel unqualified?
Is anybody qualified? Nobody is qualified. I tell you, I lie not. I lie not. I'm being sincere. There's this adage, I think from the medieval times, you hear things like leaders are born,
Yes.
they are not made. And then some other people say leaders are made, they are not born. Those gibberish. You don't even need a position to lead. The first person you have to lead is you. You have to lead yourself first. How well do you do what you're supposed to do? How excellently do you do what you're supposed to do? It starts from there. If you can properly run yourself, you will not know when you start running people. Because in fact, you don't have to, if you need to talk to lead people, you are not there yet. They just have to look at you to know what they need to do by the way you live your life. See, the excellence at which some ministers run their lives. Our pastor is one of them. Like Apostle Selman. Not like they are not others. I'm just trying to relate the ones I know. My mentor, the excellence at which they run their lives. Have you seen how Mr. Dunsin run his meetings, his songs, his albums?
Very powerful.
They don't have to talk to you before you feel informed as a young person that you need to correct this thing. I didn't do this one very well. So nobody is really qualified. You just have to keep working on you. I don't know, I've been posting on my status recently. You have to work on you. My use of the English grammar was very poor at some point. Not like extremely poor, but I just didn't like it. In fact, that I grew up in a home where English was predominantly spoken, so that was not the challenge. But the challenge was, it is the I know can, I did not know, I didn't can. The way children speak. So we were like that for a long time, and at some point I just realized that with this particular kind of grammar, I won't go far. I won't be able to address people in the public. I will not be able to do I won't be able to do some of these things I want to do with my speech. I had good written English, but the vocal somehow.
Wow.
I had to sit down. I was very, very young,
Mm.
14, 13. I had to sit down by myself, start correcting my use of English.
Mm.
I mean, that's how you sit on yourself. Before you know it, people will want you to come and do it. You will be thinking, what do I know?
Exactly. Am I even there yet?
Am I doing it? But the truth is, at least there's something you are doing that others cannot do.
Mm.
There's something you are doing that others are not doing yet. Those who are ahead, there's something they know, something they are doing that those who are behind are not doing. It's just one change here, a little here, a little there, and then you start distinguishing yourself,
Wow.
and before you know it, because whether you like it or not, leadership will fall on you. Prepared or not, it will.
I don't know if I have to share it. I was called to a drama meeting in a VG, so I was told to lead a prayer. So we are like, I was like, me prayer. Am I at the stage here I should be leading people? So that's why I asked that question. That thank you, sir.
It's just the point is whether you're prepared or not. It will come, and you see the funny part is, if you are not prepared, you will embarrass yourself. Make a public show of yourself. If you are not prepared, if you've been praying in the secret, you've been praying in the secret place, you've been building tenacity, and they just call you up one day. Can you help us lead the church in 20 minutes prayer? And then a young man stands before people, and then you are leading the house, and there is so much power in the house. You will know this guy has been somewhere. People want to say he just came out of nowhere, but those who know what destiny is, we know that this guy has been building. He did not just. Nobody is coming from nowhere. People are building. People are working on themselves. That is what you need to do. Work on
Work on
yourself.
myself.
Work. You will fall, stand up again. Bible even says that even if you fall 7 times, you rise again. You fall, you rise again. You continue. I tell my people every time, they go front. Even if you fall down, you dey cry. They cry, they go the front. As they cry, they go where?
They go the front.
They go front. That's it for me.
Thank you, sir. And what do you think is the biggest distraction pulling youth away from God in this generation?
It's social media.
Hmm.
I may be wrong, but I think
Of course, you have it.
it's the social media. I think it's access to too much of information. The ones we need and the ones we don't need.
And how do you think that can be adjusted?
Still personal discipline, sir. Something happened to me this one that I shared on my answers. I was in the bedroom, speak like this. And I went in with my headset, my phone. Funny, right? Why would you go into the bedroom with your headset? But I had it on and I was going to. I used to at times just put it, and then when I get it, I would just hang it, get to the bedroom, hang my phone, and do what I want to do and leave the place. But as I was entering into the bedroom, a notification from my TikTok popped up. I had not visited my TikTok in a while. So I said, let me visit. You will not believe it. While standing there in the bedroom, I was there for 30 minutes surfing TikTok. I mean, and then after 30 minutes, I don't know, it just occurred to me, wow, you've been here. I checked the time, 30 minutes plus. Wow. In anger, I just dropped the phone and I checked my time. I had been late for somewhere I was supposed to be. And then when I was going to do my bit, the Holy Spirit began to minister to me. That's distraction. And usually the devil knows that the believer will not get distracted by evil things because we know how to flee from every appearance of evil. So he will use something good to distract him. It is good, but it is not necessary for your journey. It's not necessary for that day. It's good that somebody is finally commenting on something I posted on TikTok. It's not good. Is my phone something bad? Is my headset something bad? But for debating in the bedroom, do I need headset and phone? I don't need it. So it's just you will have to discern. We need discernment and a lot of discipline. to shelve some social media involvement. We are too distracted. Our phones, this availability of information, the connectedness of the world is, it's a blessing, but it's largely distracting young people today. Entertainment and all of these things are taking away the minds of young people. They don't want to stay focused. It's causing a lot of, in fact, people who don't have desires that are untoward before now have untoward desires because of the things they see on the net. The social media, the internet is a blessing. It's just that we have we have misused it. Young people are misusing it a lot today, and it's the vice the devil is using to take us away,
Because
distract us from.
I got to a point that I have to delete my Facebook. That these things controlling me.
Yeah, people have had to delete some of their accounts, their Instagram, their, because even for me, I believe that as a young person is doing a lot at the moment. In fact, you might have to delete your, because if you're not a content creator, what do you need a YouTube account?
Yes,
If you're not a content creator, what do you need
yes,
some of these things for? You have to specify why you need it. I'm not saying you cannot need it if you're
yes,
not,
yes.
but you have to first of all specify why you need it and stick to why you need it alone. Once you are done doing what you need it for, at that time you drop it. Do what is necessary. When it's time that you need it, you go back to it. When you no longer need it, you let it go.
That's why
Drop your
I
priorities.
even
That's you, and don't let anybody discourage you. That's what keeps you at your best. Please. Consistency. Please.
thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Moving on from that, between being a youth, a leader, and a musician and a minister, which challenges you the most and why?
Between being a music minister,
Yes, a leader, a
a leader,
musician,
and
a
a
minister.
musician,
Which one challenges you the most?
which one challenges me the most?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. It, it's interwoven. But I think the fact that I have to lead people is very challenging. Like, be sincere, At times you just want to be on your own. You just want to do your thing. But there are a lot of things you can't do because of the people who depend on you.
Hmm.
So I think the fact that I have to lead, and I have never been, I have, I'm always a follower. There's somebody ahead of me, but there has never been a time that I don't have one responsibility, that I'm not saddled with one appointment, one do this. That's always been from one to the other. So it's almost difficult for you as a leader to live for yourself. You have to live for others. You have to be strong for them, be their strength. It's not easy.
Thank you, sir.
It's not
So,
easy.
if you have to summarize your life lessons in one sentence, what would it be? And what message do you have for the youth, like us, who feel you have nothing to offer to the world?
Oh, what I will tell people first off is, in a simple sentence,
Yes,
there is a best before, comma, and expiry date to everything in life.
there's a best before and expiring date.
And expiry date. Let me explain. See, if you get married at 25, people will celebrate you. That's it. If you get married at 45, they will celebrate, but they
That,
won't.
yeah,
And you are long past us getting married at 45.
5.
There's an expiry date, there's a best before. So whatever you have to do, do it on time, do it in time. Don't delay, don't stop wasting your time. Time is the currency of destiny. Stop wasting away. Do what you are supposed to do now. Don't start chasing your first degree at 35 when you had all the chance to do it, but you didn't do it. That's for me. And for every young person out there, I have said it severally in the course of our conversation.
Yes, yes.
Work on you. Find you first. Who are you?
Hmm.
God, you are too big. I mean, you are too small for God to make your life about you. Your life is about something greater than you. You alone as a person, you are too small. You are too small for. The head of this country is a one man.
Yes,
So he can't. How can he say that his life is about him when the whole of Nigeria relies
Looking
on
up
him?
to me.
So you are too small for your life to be about you. That mindset of is my life, is my life, is my life is why many youths are distressed today. You are too small for your life to be about you. Find out what you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And focus on it immediately. Immediately. You have a target to meet with. There's a deadline to everything in your life. Time is going.
Wow.
Time
Time.
is going. You know, when I say it to people that time is going, they say, ah, you are young. You've done this, you've done that, and you are still saying time is going.
Time is going.
Time is going. There are people who, at my age, they've done more than the things I'm doing right now. Wherever there are many others who, at my age, have not done what I'm
Yeah.
doing now. There are many others who, at my age, they've gone far, 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 far beyond what I'm doing right now. So, time they go. Time is going.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate. So, lastly, so can you tell our audience your last quotes for the youth and let them to subscribe to the channel, sir?
Okay.
Last quotes.
I want to appreciate you for even asking me to come up on this
Thank you, sir.
the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. This
I am honored.
one-on-one talk with Feromi Adisa is and you know insightful rather. You know, I when you spoke with me, I was considering will I be chance, will I be chance, but then I just thought it's a one in a lifetime opportunity to have somebody document
Yes.
your days of building, your early days for you, so that tomorrow in the future you can look back
Say
and
yes.
say yes, I'm coming from somewhere, and then you can always point people back to say, go check Feromi Adisa's YouTube page. I've been coming from somewhere. I did not just start here. And so I want to encourage our viewers talking to you. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and follow our contents on this channel. It's now our content. Then
Yes.
follow the contents
Obviously.
that you find here. Get to learn from other young people like yourself, and even our parents that might also watch the elderly ones. See what the young people you are investing in are doing, and then you can also check where you need to work on us, direct us, and help us become better. The future is counting on your greatness. That's my final statement.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate. So, at a point in time, I was thinking that will I have the opportunity to approach
To
you?
approach me,
I was,
people say that you are too principled, you
I
are
don't,
strict,
I
you
don't
are
think that
this.
hey, worshiper.
Well, it's just you know there's a level of principle discipline that my calling demands. So I just had to, I just had to, I have to be disciplined. I have to be, I have to be, I have to be. I cannot be relaxed. That laxity is not something that I am permitted to have. But trust me, I am a very open person. I am a good listener. I listen to people a lot. I am approachable.
Thank you, sir. So, thank, thank God I've corrected that impression
I'm very approachable.
long,
That's.
long time ago. I'm truly honored. God bless you
Thank you
abundantly.
very much, sir,
So,
for this
so I
opportunity.
have gained one thing here to work on myself.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
work
God
on
bless
you.
you, sir.